All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call Haloyim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well. Peace and love and salutations to the hopeful elect. I preach this truth of the four corners of the globe. All right, it's Brother Shamaria from the GMS Cleveland branch. Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson through the spirit power of Yahweh Yahushai. All right, basically just touching on the elect. All right. And the elect is going to receive a reward, okay, for enduring until the end. All right, the elect is going to receive a reward for putting in work for their works and labor of love. All right, stacking up those spiritual riches. All right, and they'll laying up your treasures in heaven. All right, and Lord willing, we be those men. We endure to the end. First and foremost, let me grab this. This is Matthew chapter 24. Verse 13. It says, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." All right, and guess what? The elect is going to endure to the end, because they were already prophesied to endure to the end. It was already ordained, all right, for the elect to endure to the end. All right, that remnant and their families are going to be saved. All right, because of those works and labors for the diligence, for the works and labors of love. All right, for the sacrifices. All right, for the righteousness. And Lord willing, we be those men. Okay, because with everything that's going on now, it's just going to get more intense. The Lord is going to just keep turning it up. All right, turning the heat up. All right, so with that being said, there's going to be a lot of hardship. It's going to be a lot of tribulation, a lot of afflictions. It's going to be a lot of death. It's going to be a lot of sorrow. It's going to be a lot of mourning and pain. Okay, and with that being said, we got to go through that. Us brothers in this truth, we're going to have to go through that. We're going to have to endure those, temptations, those afflictions. So, in order to go through it, all right, so like in order to be delivered from it, we have to go through these things. All right, and the mentality we should have going through these things is making it through. All right, endurance. That the Lord not gonna put on too much on us that we cannot bear, and that the Lord gonna make a way for us to escape temptation. We gotta be circumspect. We gotta be vigilant. We gotta be steadfast. All right, we gotta be unmovable. So when these prophecies do come to pass, we can endure and receive the reward. All right, as it is already ordained. It's already ordained that the elect is going to endure and receive the reward for enduring. All right, so without further ado, 2nd Esdras chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 42. "And I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs." Now, who is that great people? These great people are talking about Israelites, first and foremost. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, so-called West Indies, so-called Mexicans, so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Guatemalans, so-called, whatever the fuck, Panamanians, y'all, all the Israelites. All you gotta do is look up the 12 tribes chart. It's 12 tribes of Israel. These people are talking about Israelites only. Okay, first and foremost, all right, only a certain number of those Israelites, which is the elect, that 144,000 men and their families, which that great multitude, that's where that great multitude comes in. Revelation 7:9 speaks about the great multitude, which are also Israelites. Okay, scattered Israelites. But that great people is talking about the elect in that multitude that's going to be saved, delivered, all right, in the day of the Lord. It says, verse 43, And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. Which we know that young man of high stature is Yahushua, our Lord, the Messiah. Okay? He's going to personally crown every brother, all right, for their endurance, for their diligence, okay, for the hardship, for the pain, for the sacrifice, that we're going to have to go through, that we're going to have to endure. Lord willing, we be a part of that great number of people, man. Because, hey, we fighting for a reward. We want to be crowned by Yahushua, man. We want to endure to the end. We want the Lord to congratulate us and reward us on being a good and faithful servant. So I'm going to read it back. In the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. See, in the king, Yahushua is going to be more exalted, all right, than every man in the kingdom. Yahushua going to be exalted over everybody in the kingdom of heaven except the Most High himself. Okay, because first of all, 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, talks about the order. Yahushua, you got the men, you got the women, you got the children, all right? Second of all, Yahushua, he already completed, his mission here on earth, all right? And now he's sitting at the right hand of the Heavenly Father. He received his glory, he received his reward in the heavens. Now he got to receive it here on earth. And in the kingdom of heaven, he going to receive it. So he going to be glorified. And then Yahushua, he had to commit the most ultimate sacrifice, and he was perfect for that sacrifice. So, all right, for that he was rewarded to be more exalted over every man. I want to grab a precept. This is James chapter 1 verse 12. It says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." All right, so it says, "Blessed the man that endureth temptation." When Satan presents, temptation in front of us, when we're being tried, we're being afflicted, okay, all of these things, we have to have the integrity to endure, all right, so that when we do endure, when we are tried, we can receive that crown of life, all right, which is also talking about, which also in 2nd Esdras, the 2nd chapter, the 43rd verse, it talks about Yahushua crowning those, that great multitude of people. I'm going to read it back. 2nd Esdras chapter 2, verse 43. "And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly." All right, so the elect are going to receive crowns from Yahushua himself. James 1:12, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation." So in order to receive that crown of life, you have to overcome temptation. All right, you have to overcome the great temptation that's going to fall upon, the whole world, which is that MOTB. You have to overcome that. All right, you have to refuse it, not to take it, which means you have to hold on to your faith in the Lord, hold on to your integrity. It says, "For when he is tried," so when your faith is being tried, when you're being tested, you being put through that trial, it says, "He shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." So look, the Lord already promised us the kingdom. He promised us, dominion over the whole earth. He promised us the heathens for handmaids and servants. He already promised us everything. Now we have to go get it by way of enduring suffering, by way of long suffering, enduring it, by way of affliction, by way of sacrifice. Whatever we got to go through according to our lot, we have to overcome it in order to receive this reward. All right. I'm going to read verse 44, 2nd Esdras chapter 2, verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms. All right. So guess what? Those men, all right, who are crowned, those men who are going to endure or overcome, endure that temptation, that great temptation. It says they put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal. First and foremost, you have to change spiritually. Your inward man has to change, and that's the process that we in now on this side. All right, changing our inward man, perfecting our spirit, purging off the flesh. The Lord is working on us now. All right, so when these times do come, we'll be able to stand. We'll be able to endure. We'll be able to, overcome. Now, physically, the mortal flesh that we have is going to eventually be done away with, according to 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter. All right, when the Lord delivers His elect, and the elect is being beamed up on the chariots, the flesh is going to be put off. All right, and then the Lord's going to give us spiritual, celestial bodies. All right, which also comes with that heart of flesh. The Lord taking away the stony heart and giving us, that heart of flesh, which means He's going to write His laws in our inward parts, so we be programmed to do righteousness, never to sin again. All right, so I'm gonna read it back. 2nd Esdras chapter 2, verse 45. He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the immortal clothing, right, the flesh, and put on the immortal, the spirit, right, spiritual bodies, celestial bodies. All right, immortal means to basically live forever. You can't die. Mortal means death. It says, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms. See, that's the thing. We're confessing in the true name of the Lord. We're confessing the testimony of Yahushua, which is what? Prophecy. Okay? So once we've done that, we've made a vow. We have to stick to that vow. We have to commit to that vow. We have to hold on to this truth. Hold on to this wisdom. Hold on to the covenant that we made with the Lord. To keep these laws, keep these commandments, preach His word, keep these prophecies, measure the times. All of these things we're keeping. All of these things we're keeping in remembrance. All of these things we're cleaving unto. All right, so when these times come, we can be grounded in the faith. All right, we can endure, and we be crowned as well. All right, so at the end, we can receive our reward. It says, now are they crowned and receive palms, right? Which those palms is a representation of victory. All right. The elect is going to receive the victory over the beast, over Esau, over Satan himself. Okay. The elect is going to receive, the elect is the first fruits. So if the elect are first fruits, that means they're going to be the first fruits in the kingdom as well. All right. All right, it says verse 46. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world, Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. And that's what we doing now. We confessing the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, in front of the whole world. All right, we doing it on YouTube. We doing it, on the highways and byways and chief place of concourse. We going out on the streets, all right, in public, in front of the people, out there, live. We live with it, preaching His word, confessing the name, confessing the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is also prophecy. All right, these are the things that we're doing so that we could be saved, delivered, so that we could be crowned, so we could receive the victory. All right, because it's already prophesied, so we could receive the victory, from Yahweh Shai Himself. So we have to stand stiffly for the name of the Lord, man. Verse 48, then the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power thou hast seen. All right, go to Revelations. Start at verse 13. Okay, it's Revelations chapter 7, verse 13. It says, and one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? All right, so this is one of the 24 elders, all right, asking John the Revelator, all right, what is he seeing? All right, these men that are clothed in these men that are clothed in white robes, where did they come from? All right, and he's asking John. Verse 14, it says, and I said unto him, now this is John speaking, and I said unto him, sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Okay, so guess what? In order to receive the victory, in order to receive the kingdom, the glory, the reward, we have to go through great tribulation. Great tribulation. All right, which is what? Jacob's trouble, the famine, the plagues, the beast of the field, the great death. All right, all of these things that we know the Lord is about to come with, that we know Esau about to come with that great wrath. All of these prophecies, man, that's going to take place is going to be great tribulation until Yahweh Shai come back. All right, but we have to endure all of these things in order to receive the reward. All right, which the only way we can receive it is if we're being purged. All right, if we're being tried, if we go through the furnace of adversity, go through that fire, man. All right, purging off the flesh, purging off those infirmities, and making you pure, purifying us. That's what the Lord doing when He put us through great tribulation. He's purifying our spirits. All right, washing our robes, so to speak. It says, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. White, right? Because white represents purity. So Yahweh Shai dying on the cross for us is the reason why we're able to be purified. All right, so call Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 14. Also like verse 15. It says, therefore are they before the throne of Yahweh, and serve Him day and night in His temple, and He that sitteth in the throne shall dwell among them. Verse 16, they shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. Basically, man, when we in the kingdom, we ain't gonna have no more worries. We ain't gonna have lack or want of anything. We're gonna be full. We're going to be hydrated. All right, we're going to be safe, so to speak. Ain't gonna be no more death. Ain't gonna be no more destruction. Ain't gonna be no more war. Ain't gonna be no more sinning. None of that. No more tears. No more crying. No more sickness. None of that. Verse 17. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them into living waters, living fountains of waters, and Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. So this is the reward, man. All right, that the elect is going to get for their endurance. So let these rewards motivate you. Let it let it kindle that fire. Let it spark that fire in your spirit to stay on fire, to be fervent in the spirit, to turn up for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Because these rewards, matter of fact, let me grab another one. Let me close out with this. These rewards that we about to receive, man, it's not to be compared to what we gotta go through to get it. I'm gonna grab the one of 1 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians rather. This is 2 Corinthians. Salakia. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 17. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So get the great tribulation that the elect are going to endure is compared into a light affliction. Is likened into a light affliction compared into the kingdom, compared into the reward, compared to the glory, the increase that we gonna get. All right, once we're delivered from this captivity, it's not gonna be compared. It's not gonna be compared to the shit that we go through now, man. All right, it says I'm gonna read it back. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 17. It says, for which cause, Salakia, verse 17. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment. That's another thing. All right, these things are only going to happen for a moment in time. All right, it says, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So the reward is better. All right, the reward is going to be worth going through the hell, going through the tribulation. It's going to be worth it, because the reward that we're going to get for it is 10 times as great. It says verse 18, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, right? Because we not worried about the persecution. We're not worried about having to be put to death. We're not worried about having to be thrown in prison. We're worried about the actual kingdom, seeing Yahushua come back, getting beamed up on a chariot, be celestial bodies, spiritual powers, to be able to live in the kingdom and dwell with Yahweh and Yahushua, to dwell with King David, to dwell with the forefathers who we've read about in our captivity. That's what we look for, man. The things that are not seen. It says, for the things which are seen are temporal. So this captivity, the affliction, the hell we going through, it's only for a moment in time. Okay? It's only for a moment in time. So so don't stress over it. Don't be depressed over it. Don't let it weigh you down. Don't let it, don't let it move you. Okay? Because the shit that we going through now, we're not about to go through this shit soon. We about to overcome everything we going through. It say, but the things which are not seen are eternal, right? And the spiritual things are the things that we can't see. Those are the things that's eternal. But this carnal stuff that we do see, it's gonna perish, man. It's gonna perish, never to be remembered ever again. All right. This is Revelations chapter 3. Alright, and I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna grab the point, verse 5. It says, "He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment." Right? Though, ain't those the same men that was clothed in the white robes in Revelations the 7th chapter? Wouldn't those be the same men who were crowned by Yahushua in 2nd Esdras the 2nd chapter? All right. It says, "And I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels." Right? Because we confess the name of Yahushua. We confess the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So the Lord is going to do what? He's going to deliver us, purify us. All right? He's not going to blot out our name from the book of life. And he's going to confess our names before the Father and before the holy angels. Verse 6, "He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches." All right, so look, man, let these scriptures motivate you to keep pushing harder. Let these scriptures motivate you to stay fervent in the Spirit, stay on fire. Don't be lukewarm, don't be cold. All right, because the Lord will spew you out this truth. All right. Let our forefathers be an example of suffering, affliction, and endurance. As it says in James. Matter of fact, I'm going to just grab it. James chapter 5, verse 10. It says, "Take my brethren the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience." Right? Because our forefathers endured the affliction they had to suffer. They stayed patient in their lot. And there was multiple prophets, multiple men of the Lord, that our forefathers who suffered horrible things, man. Suffered horrible, heinous things, and stayed and kept their integrity, kept their patience for the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Verse 11, "Behold, we count them happy which endure." All right? Anybody can go through the affliction, but not everybody can endure it. It says, "Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercies." Right, man. You're going to get everything you lose on this side, you're going to get it back double in the kingdom. As we just read, 1 Corinthians 4:17, that the shit we go through now is not to be compared to the reward we're gonna receive. All right, the eternal way to glory. So with that, man, I'm not gonna drag the lesson out. Closing out with that. Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson to those who can receive it. Call Elohim La. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yam Shai Ba'ashem Rechak Wadash. Shalom, shalom. Once again, double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone. Abide, Babor.